Let's go to Chief Political Correspondent Mark Simpkin in Canberra now. So, Mark, this deal is being heralded by the government as a breakthrough and cause for celebration, but they had to make a lot of concessions to get it.
Well, the government had to abandon a lot of things to get this deal done, including the Prime Minister. And it was interesting to hear this morning the Treasurer repeatedly say that Julia Gillard replacing Kevin Rudd changed the dynamic, changed the atmosphere and really helped get this deal done. Of course, it wasn't just a change of atmospherics. The government did back down on key issues that were considered non-negotiable under Kevin Rudd. Most significantly was the change in that headline rate from a 40% tax to a 30% tax. That's even further than some in the industry were expecting the government to go. So depending on your perspective, both sides will be out trying to sell this as either a good compromise or a dangerous capitulation.
Now, the deal, of course, means less money for government coffers. What does that do to the budget?
Nothing in one sense. It doesn't affect the budget bottom line or the return to surplus. But as Greg Jennett mentioned in his package earlier, it does cost the government about $1.5 billion over the forward estimates. So that means the government doesn't have the cash to fully fund the corporate tax relief it wanted. So instead of a 2% cut in the corporate tax rate, there will be a 1% cut. Nevertheless, the government is proceeding with its plans to increase the superannuation guarantee, and we'll probably hear some squealing from business as a result, because that 2% cut in corporate tax was going to help them pay for that super guarantee increase, and so they're going to be squeezed a little over the outlying years, and no doubt there'll be some complaints about that.
And Mark, how is opposition leader Tony Abbott likely to play this?
Well, it leaves him in a very difficult position. Tony Abbott has said in the past he would rescind this tax, that the tax is so bad that tinkering and changing can't improve it, can't save it. So he will now have to go to an election if he maintains that position, potentially without the third-party endorsements of the big miners. There will still be some miners who are going to complain about this, who are going to be opposed to it. But if the three biggest miners are on board with the government, that doesn't leave the opposition leader a great deal of room to move.
And briefly, Mark, when can we expect an announcement of the election?
Well, there was feverish speculation that would happen today. Almost certainly that won't happen. There's no way Julia Gillard is going to want to crowd out this announcement with another announcement on an election. That would mean the mining tax breakthrough would hardly rate a mention tonight on the news. So this, though, does, if it does settle down, as it appears it will, that does clear the way and make it more likely that we will see an election sometime in August.
All right, Mark, thank you.
Thank you.